All right, so last week I gave you 4 problems. These problems look like a little more difficult than what I expected. I mean, a little more difficult to you guys than what I expected. I think we only have one student who got it all correct. That's Leo. I only received 6 submissions. I guess many students were scared away by these problems. But let's look into them. The first one. Well, first, Leo, you want to pick a problem you want to talk about?
Maybe number 3.
Number 3, okay, the triangle one, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't let me copy. Okay, never mind. I know what these problems are. So the first problem, I have a few numbers. 1, 3, 5, 6, 4, 2. And then there are empty spaces between each, between adjacent numbers. There are totally 5 empty space. And I want you to put in plus, minus, multiplication, and division into these 5 empty boxes. Okay, 5 empty boxes. And I want you to minimize the outcome of this expression. So who wants to talk about this? Anyone want to give it a try? Anyone else? I just want to hear your thought process. So it doesn't matter whether you did it right or wrong. I want to hear, I think all of you gave me different answers. I want to hear your thought process. Anyone want to give it a try? You can unmute yourself. All right, nobody else? Okay, go ahead, Leo, talk about yours.
Well, I knew it was it would be a negative number.
Okay.
So I tried to make it as negative as possible.
Okay.
So I first want to add the smallest number possible.
Okay, add the smallest number possible, okay?
Which will be add 2.
Add 2, okay.
And then I can put 2 of the same operations.
Yeah, so there are 5 empty boxes and there are only 4 operations. So you will have, and also there was another requirement. I want to have each operation show up at least once. So you will have one box. I mean, you will have 2 operations showing in these 2 same operations showing in 2 boxes. Okay.
So once you put a minus before the 5.
We'll put a minus before the 5.
And then 2 multiplications between the.
So
5.
2 multiplications.
So then I would put the division between the 1 and 3.
Okay.
Which will also help minimize it.
Okay, so minimize it. So now you have 1 divided by 3 minus 5 times 6 times 4 plus 2. Okay.
And also, I didn't put the division at the end because then eventually it would become negative. But if you divide it by a number greater than 1, once it's negative, it would become less negative.
Okay.
So then this would equal to negative 117 2/3.
So this is 1/3 minus, you do multiplication here, so 120 plus 2, right?
Yeah.
So that equals 1/3 minus 118. So that's 1/3 minus 354 over 3. So that equals 353 over 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's about 117 or 116.6. Okay? Good?
No, wait. What? Isn't that 117? That's 666.
116, right? Oh, 17. No, this is equal to 118?
No, 117. That's
yeah.
666.
117.66. Yeah. Okay, so that about 118. Okay. All right. Okay, any questions? No, let's move on to the next one. So the next problem is tricky. Okay, actually, really none of you have the completely correct answer for the second one. But I consider if you can give one correct, one of the possible values, that's fine. So this problem said Leo is preparing a jump rope competition, and then his personal record is less than 80. Okay, and he want to improve it. By improving one per month. Okay. By doing so, the sum of his monthly records will be 465. So let's take a look. Okay. So currently, Leo's personal record is less than 80. Okay. And he has less than 12 months to practice. Okay. You can say less than or equal to 12 within a year, less than or equal to 12 months to practice. And each month, he will improve one. And then after all these months, 1, 2, 3, 4, after 1, 2, 3, 4, after all these months, at the end, the sum of them, if you add them up, actually I should write a summation like this. This means summation. Okay, add them up. If you add them up, the total is 465. Okay, so if you put the personal record here, PR1, PR1, PR2, PR3, and keep adding them up, and it's 465. The question is, what is his current personal record? Okay, anyone want to try this? You guys are quiet today. Let's see. I know Kyle in a car. So anyone else? Lucas or Henry, you want to try it? Or Shuyun, you want to try it? No? Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Leo.
Well, for me, I saw that my original one, which would be my first, or basically first record or something. It would be, let's just say it would be F.
It would be F or X, which?
Just F.
F, okay. So Leo said this is F, okay.
So then if you just add them all up, it would basically be a number of F's and then plus 0, plus 1, plus dot, dot, dot.
Okay, so this will be F, the second one will be F plus 1, then F plus 2, dot, 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 right? So basically it's a bunch of F's. Let's say you have N months. Is that okay?
Okay.
N months. Okay, totally N months. There will be N times F plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus dot, dot, dot until what?
N minus 1.
Until N minus 1, okay?
So then I just started.
So that's 465.
So then I just started trying a few values.
Oh, you started trying. Okay. Let's see.
First, I think I tried 0 plus 1 all the way to 5.
Okay, 0 to 5. Okay.
So then I got 15.
Okay, so that's 15.
So what's
N will be what?
N will be 6.
6. Okay, 6F plus equals 465.
So then 6F would have to equal 450.
450, okay.
But 450 is a multiple of 6.
Okay. So what is F?
So F can be 6.
F. What is F?
Oh, F can be like 75. 75.
Okay, that's your personal record, right?
Oh, that's my truth.
Okay.
The one that I originally got would be the answer that I originally got was 42.
Okay, how did you get 42?
So then I kept on trying until I think I might have did either N equals 11 or N equals 10. I'll just do both.
Okay, let's do 10. 10.
If N was 10,
okay,
then that would mean that
plus 0 plus 0 plus
45.
1 plus 9. Okay, so this is 45.
So then it would be 10F equals, yeah.
Okay.
So then it would be 10F equals 420.
420.
So then F will equal to 42.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any other possibilities? So now you find 2. Okay. I saw when you try your first round, when you do 6F, you thought this is 485, and then you did 485 minus 15, you got 470 or something like that, and then that's not divisible by 6. Okay, so it was typo because you write 6 here and you saw it, you thought it's 8. Okay, so that was a silly mistake. Okay, but anyway, so now you have 2. How do we sure if these 2 are the only 2?
Try that.
Think about it. Okay, think about it. How can we make sure these 2 are the only 2? You can try. Okay, you can try.
Wait.
For all of you, I'll give you a couple minutes. Give you 2 minutes. Think about how do we make sure these 2 are the only 2? Use your pencil and paper and see if you can find other solutions. Okay, any clue?
Well, I got that n would have to be a multiple of 5, 3, or 31.
Why is that?
Because, well, first I just...
Let me write down nf. You have it nf plus 0 plus 1 plus until n minus 1 equals 465.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I saw that it would basically be wait, let me do it. I think I'm gonna finish. So then that would first become nf plus n minus 1 times n over 2.
N minus 1 times n over 2. Okay, that's the sum of these numbers. Okay,
so then
equals 465. Okay,
so I factor out n.
Factor, okay, factor out n. F plus n minus 1 over 2 equals 465. Okay.
Oh yeah, so then n would have to be a factor of 465.
N has to be a factor of 465. Why is that? Because I mean, this could be, this doesn't have to be a integer, right?
Okay.
Then what? In order to factorize it, you want to make sure this is both of them integer. So now you have one thing that may or may not be an integer. What do you do? How to make this an integer?
Multiply by 2.
Okay, let's multiply by 2. N times 2f plus n minus 1 equals what? 930?
Yeah.
Okay.
So n would have to be a factor of 93.
Okay. You have a factor 93 and 10. Okay.
And then you can factorize 93 as 3 and
3 and 31. Okay.
And 10 as 2 and 5.
2 and 5. Okay.
So it would have to be multiple of either 2, 3, or 5.
2, 3, or n, you said n has to be a 2, 3, 5. What else?
Well, 31 is too big.
Are these the only 3 possible n's?
No, I mean it has to be a multiple.
A multiple of them, okay?
And 31 is too big.
Or their multiples. 31 is too big, obviously, because you only have less than 2 months. I mean, less than a year, okay, or less than or equal to 12 months. So n cannot be a multiple of 31. Okay, so then what?
So then.
So now you have n is 2, 3, 5. Any other multiple of them?
And then.
Can it be 4? Can n be 4? You said or they're multiples. So 4, 4 is a multiple of 2. Can n be 4?
Wait, let me try.
Can n be 4? What if n is 4? Think about it. What if n is 4?
If n is 4, then 2f plus n minus 1 would be, wait, it can only be 2, 3, 5, 6, or 10.
Okay, so it can only be these 3 numbers and the product among them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it cannot, it's not arbitrary multiples. 4 won't work, right? 12 won't work.
It can't be a multiple. It can't be a multiple of 4, or yeah, it can't be a multiple of 4.
Right? Cannot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you have these possible n's, and then what? Do you need to try all of them?
Wait, there's some that are too small.
Okay, which ones are too small?
The ones that are.
So what if n is 2?
Oh wait, so the largest. So just find the smallest possible value that could be possible.
What's smallest possible value of what? We have n, f.
Of n.
Of n? Okay, so what's the smallest possible n? 2? 2 works? 2 times 2f plus 1
I mean, wait.
is 930.
So then that would mean that 2f at most could be 158.
What do you mean at most?
2f.
2f plus 1 equals 465.
Yeah.
Then 2f is 464.
Then f would be too big.
F is 232. Wow. If you get 232 in 30 seconds on double under, man, that's a world record. Okay. Too big. So then how do you try them? Then you try 3 or keep trying, or you can if you want to. So
we'll try something a little bit bigger.
Okay, try something bigger.
So then you try 5.
5.
Then it'll be 5 times 2f plus 4.
Plus 4 is 930.
So then 2f plus 4 is equal to must be 12 plus 4.
186. Okay.
So then 2f equals.
2f is 182.
That's too big.
F is 91. That's too big, right? So, and then 6. Well, we already know 6 works and 10 works.
Yeah.
So that's why there are only 2 solutions, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, next one. Oh, counting triangles. Okay, how many triangles are here?
58.
Okay, let me redraw this. How do I make it smaller? Oh, okay, good. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I just want to show people this picture. Okay, so we have Yeah, we can. Sophia, why don't you talk about it? How did you get 52? Sophia?
Well, I counted all the separate triangles that has 1, and then I counted the triangles that has 3.
How do you have? Okay, so let's do it step by step. So how many triangles do you have? 1. Are you counting?
28.
28. Let's take a look. Okay, so that picture. Oh, I don't know if I should redraw it here. Okay, let me. How many layers? Yeah, let's not redraw it here. I'll just mark them. Okay, so for triangles with size 1, let's count it this way. So size 1, you have blue triangles.
Oh, there's
and white
30.
triangles. Okay, how many blues you have? You know to count blues?
Wait, no, not 50.
Let's count. Oh, come on. Let's count blues together. Okay. So the way you count blues, look, the top row you have 3, and then you have 4, and then 5 and 6, right? So basically 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, right? So 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, that's 18, right? And then similarly, you can count white, okay? For white, you have 3, the first row you have 3, and then 4, and then 5. Let me see if I can copy this. If I can copy this to here, that would be great. Doesn't allow me to paste the picture. Okay, anyway. So then for white, you have 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 12. So here, now you have 30. So 30 triangles that only made of one small triangle, right? Keep going.
There was 3 triangles that had 12 separate triangles.
Okay, 12 triangles. You just jump from 1 triangle to 12 triangles?
Well,
did you count
3
after
actually
1?
3.
3 triangles? How can you have 3 triangles?
Well, actually 4 triangles.
Okay, 4 triangles. Okay, let's take.
I had 16 of those.
16. Let's count if it's 16. Okay. Well, the top the top 2 rows you have 1, 2, 3, 3 of them, right?
3.
The top left, middle, and then 1, 2, 3, and then the next 2 rows you have 4, and then the next 2 rows you have 5, right? So that's these upward pointing ones. You have 3 plus 4 plus 5, right? So upward. So you have 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 12, okay? And then there are also downward pointing ones. So let's see how many downward pointing ones you have, okay? In the second and third row, there are 2 of them, okay? And then the third and fourth row, there are 3 of them, right? So 2 plus 3.
12 plus 3.
Plus 3 is
No, it's 12
5.
plus 3.
Huh?
Yeah. Oh.
So in total, it's 17, right? Okay, keep counting.
The ones that had 7 triangles.
Is that 7 triangles?
Well,
How
1,
can you have
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, no. Okay, well, I drew it back. Well, I wrote it backwards, but 9 triangles.
9 triangles. Okay, let's see how many. Basically, it's a triangle taking 3 rows. You had how many?
At 7, 9 triangles.
7, 9 triangles. So that's upward pointing ones. I see 7. But do you see a downward pointing triangle?
There's 1.
Do you see a downward pointing triangle? With 9, look at the one in the middle.
1.
All right, there's 1, right? So upward, you have 7, 9. Upward, you have 3 plus 4 is 7. And downward, you have 1. So in total, that's 8, right?
Okay.
Okay, let's keep counting. Next one.
Well, that's the 12. I had 3 12s.
You had 12. Okay, 12. The big huge triangle, right? So taking all 4 rows.
Aren't they 16? I think 16.
16 what?
For these triangles, aren't they like 1? The perfect squares 1, 4. And
Yeah. So that's, look at these big triangles. They're taking 4 rows. How many little triangles are there? 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, so that's how many? 16. All right, 6 made of 16 triangles.
Okay, miscounted again.
Okay, 16 triangles. And you have upward ones, 3. Do you have downward ones?
No.
No.
Okay, so that's 3. Okay, now you're adding up this one, this one, this one, and this one. What do you get?
58. 58.
58. Okay, the answer is 58. Okay.
I can prove that every single triangle of those kind would have a perfect square amount.
Okay. Well, you can. Okay. So let's work on this triangle. Well, we'll start from here, and then here, and then like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I first looked at the perfect squares, the difference of squares, which would be a square minus b square is equal to a plus b times a minus b.
Okay.
A square minus b square.
A square minus b square is a plus b times a minus b. Okay.
So if there are difference, if a and b, they're if a square and b square if a and b have a difference of 1.
Okay, so a minus b is 1.
Then a plus b. Then it will just be a plus b. And if you move on to b and b plus 1.
Okay, b and b plus 1.
Then it would.
So that's b plus 1 plus b.
Then it would be the next odd number.
Okay, the next odd number. Okay.
So then you're basically just adding the consecutive odd numbers.
Okay, adding consecutive odd numbers. So this is 1 at 3, 1 plus 3, and then this is 1 plus 3 plus 5. So they are all, and then 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, and all these are perfect squares. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Next one. Where is the? Okay, here. Oh, the last problem. Okay, MVP. This one is probably the easiest one. I think all of you had it right. Anyone want to try this? Kevin Durant. KD plus 35 equals MVP. KD plus 35 equals MVP. And I said all these K, D, and M, and V, and P, they're all different numbers. So P equals 3. And what is KD? Anyone else? This one, all of you did it right. So if you want to talk about it.
68.
Lucas, go ahead.
So you said P was 3, and if P is 3, then 5 plus something would equal to 3, right?
Okay, yep.
So the answer to that is 8. So D would be 8, and then you would regroup and put a 1 above the K.
Okay, there's a regroup of 1.
And then you need, well, K can't be 0, and you need K to be, K plus 3 has to be regroup, after regroup. So if you already have a 1, so 1 plus 3 is 4, and then K could be I'm pretty sure K is 6.
Yep. So, but
And then,
there are other different values. So here you have K plus 3 plus 1 equals MV, right? So K plus 3 plus 1 equals MV, and 3 plus 1 is basically 4. So K plus 4 is MV. Then what can you of course, K could be 6, K could be 7, K could be 8, K could be 9. So why not 7, 8, 9?
because if it was a 7, then it would end up as 11, and like it can't be the same number.
All right,
If
so
it
M and V
was,
have to be different. So K cannot be 7.
if it was 8, it would be 12.
Okay.
And lastly, could 12 work?
Well, M and V are different for 12. So what's wrong with K?
K and D are the same.
Okay, K cannot be 8 because D is 8, right? So K cannot be 8.
Oh yeah. Yeah, K cannot be 8. And then if it was 9, 9 plus 4 is 13, and T is already 3.
Okay, so V cannot be 3. Okay, so then that's why K is 6. So the answer is 68. Very good. Okay, good job. Any questions about the problems we discussed today? Yep, so when you see this 2-digit plus 2-digit equals 3 digits, then the 100th digit must be 1. Okay, it cannot be anything else. M has to be 1. So that's a big hint you can figure out at the beginning. Okay? Any other questions? Okay, if no questions, I will see you in, well, maybe see some of you next week. Okay, next week will be middle school level. Okay? Bye, guys.
I have a question.
Okay.
What was the answer to the second problem? The jump rope problem?
The jump rope problem, there were 2 different possible solutions. One is 42, the other one is 75.
Okay.
Okay, so there are 2 possible records. Okay, if I had asked you what's the highest possible personal record he has now, then that would be 75. If I ask you the lowest one, it will be 42. But the real correct answer was 42 or 60 or 75.
I didn't really understand the meaning of the second problem.
Okay, so after I explain it, do you understand it now? So it's a jump rope competition. Do you know jump rope?
I jump rope all the time.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I can show you. Let's see if I can pull something here. Can you see my YouTube?
Yes.
Okay. I will show you. Do you know this jump rope competition?
No.
Okay. Let me show you. Leo joined the double under one. Okay. Oh, where is it? Hold on. Let me pull Leo's. We can watch it. All right. So this is double under. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you hear the sound?
No.
Judges.
Oh, now I do.
Jumpers ready.
All right, he just jumped 75 in half a minute. Okay, so that made him number 1 in this 10 and under age group.
Really?
Yeah, you see this? You look at the other ones. All right, you see the difference?
Yeah.
All right, yeah,
That
that's
doesn't look like a double though.
it is a double. You can hear the sound. It touched the rope touched the ground twice every jump. All right. Anyway, so you can watch it later. Any other questions about the problems we covered today?
And the first one.
The first one?
Yeah.
What's
The
the
first-
question? What's your question?
The answer I got to first one, but when you were exampling it,
Okay.
the part where the last sentence, what's the smallest possible value of n? Well, I got something negative, and my dad said when I asked my
this is negative. Yeah, I should have put negative here. Yeah.
Oh, now that makes sense.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, negative. So the answer is negative 117.6666. Okay?
Wait, what? Point what?
0.66666.
Dot, dot, dot.
Because this is a fraction, right? It's 1/3.
2/3.
2/3. All right?
Right.
Any other questions? Okay, if no other questions, I will see you hopefully next week. Okay? Bye, guys.